Hello everyone. Today I'm going to address couple of questions which I have received from some of you. And in this question, first I will read it out for you, the clear question, and then we are going to reply to this as per my thought process. Obviously, there is a perspective of artificial intelligence because we are in 2025. So obviously, there would be multiple perspective of yours also. So if you also have some perspective about this particular question, which one of the subscriber has asked me, so do not hesitate to reply on the comment section. Okay. Now, if you see, the first thing is if you see from here, okay, I wanted to connect to understand your perspective on the future scope of credit risk modeling, especially in the context of rapid advancement in AI, which seems to be impacted several roles across the industry. I am currently working with so and so on regulatory models. Okay, so this is something we should notice, regulatory models using SAS. However, AI becoming increasingly capable enough in areas like coding, I am uncertain about which skill I should be developing further to ensure my credit risk expertise remains relevant. Okay, so you can remain relevant to the industry, valuable in the years ahead. Now, see, guys, this completely makes sense. So, this clear question is about future prospect of credit risk and try to become more and more relevant to the field. Now, when I broke this question into several pieces for better clarity from answer perspective, I got these 4 points. I noted these 4 points. Okay, so future scope of credit risk modeling in the age of AI. Number one. Number two, SAS versus coding or evolving AI. Now, SAS versus AI, that is the real thing. Python I mentioned because Python is the biggest competitor. Then skill development to stay relevant, which is asked here, and then long term value of credit risk expertise. Now let's talk about them each one by one. Okay, so see, this credit risk skill, especially these area which are like more regulatory driven, they are not going to transform so easily. The reason becomes because these are not just data interpretation or judgmental or expertise in terms of knowledge of regulatory requirement. So this is something very niche. Okay, all these area like stress testing, PD, LGD, regulatory compliance, these are evolving over a period of time. None of them is staying constant. Okay, so AI is moving those things very quickly which are very much constant. For example, C language, for example, Java, all those things are fixed, right? But if you see the regulatory or credit risk domain, the credit risk domain is never static. So there are constantly regulatory foundations are coming or constantly regulatory rules are coming. So here there is very less chance that credit risk will be fully automated. Okay, AI cannot replicate you as a critical thinker from the regulatory perspective. Because in IFRS 9, there are multiple things involved. Let's say in IFRS 9, IFRS 9 is one of the example. I'm taking one of the example. So in IFRS 9, you have like different condition for PD, different for LGD and EAD. And these are not completely mathematical, these are more functional also. Sometime when you talk about PD, like three stages of PD. Now one is your 12-month PD, then is your lifetime PD. So such things are very difficult to interpret completely for a machine. Ultimately, AI is what? Is a piece of code. In a piece of code, you can put the critical thinking. But to make that sustainable, you need to train the model again and again. Do you think that training the model again and again is so much easy and it's cheap for the company? It's not. Okay. So you should not be worried that credit risk modeling will be impacted overall. Okay, it will be impacted in certain areas obviously, because let's say you are doing some modeling stuff. So now you usually produce all the dashboards in either Power BI or Tableau. Okay, So that part can be automated, like AI will be automated within these two software, and you can write just command that hi Power BI just generate so and so script for me. So in such cases, Power BI or Tableau, again these are technology, that's why AI is able to move them so quickly. So that is point number one. Now point number two, okay, SAS versus AI or Python, or overall there would be replacement of SAS, right? So SAS remains dominant for sure, because SAS is dedicated for banking. They are fully dedicated especially for banking and healthcare. Okay, Python is a bigger challenger because it's an open source tool for the bank, but still the lack is that there is not a full support of Python compared to SAS, because SAS has a dedicated problem solving team and all of that. Okay, Python offer more flexibility, integrate better with the all this ML AI model in future. That's why companies are shifting from SAS to Python, and eventually they will. But any technology shift usually takes time because there are so many compliance thing, regulatory things, and cost thing associated with it. Gradually building fluency in Python is very important. You should do that, because maybe 2 year down the line, 3 year down the line, eventually Python can replace SAS easily. Okay, but especially for data manipulation and modeling stuff and ML workflow, Python is gauging more and more popularity because SAS used to offer everything in paid packages. So SAS has a license, but Python is free of cost, and they are gauging more and more competency when they are working on all these packages like pandas especially and machine learning algorithms. So SAS was more dominant in the modeling when you are doing logistic regression and all of that, but Python is also gauging that. So I would say you should definitely shift from SAS to Python learning if you have not done that. And there is a playlist on my channel also on Python to kickstart your Python journey. And now you talk about the AI technology. So people are so much talking about Gen AI and all. So you should definitely start with the course of Gen AI, and you should try to learn what are the core competencies, what are the core topics related to this Gen AI, prompt engineering, all those important things like RAG and LLM. You should know that. That is going to give you an edge, because as soon as your company will be buying all these softwares which are related to AI, so you will be you will be among the first one who will be able to show the interest with some insights that I know this, that's why I have an interest value. So that is the answer to that. Now you talk about the skill development to stay relevant. Okay, so model explainability and interpretation is very important. You should learn that. Then data engineering of ETL pipeline of whole credit risk model, like from where the model is originated and where the model is getting retire. So you should know whole pipeline. There are videos around that in my channel. Okay, there are 8 to 10 steps usually in the model development life cycle. Now IFRS 9 or ECL modeling, all those things you are building, let's say in SAS for now. So you should be having that fair idea that if you are going to do that in Python, how you will do that. That will give you an edge across rest of the member in your team. Okay, then you should try to read cloud also, because see, many banks are moving away, and some of them already have, from RDBMS traditional databases to cloud. Okay, because cloud is giving much more flexibility to connect to dashboards, also prepare dashboards directly. There are so many things like AWS SageMaker is there, Azure is there, Google Cloud, so many other things. You should stay relevant by reading all of that. Then keeping a close check on the regulatory trends, like let's say currently in your company there is Basel 3 is getting used. So you should be having a fair picture that how much work is getting done on Basel 4 by the regulatory. How far is Basel 4? Is if it's coming to the market, what are the impacts it's probably going to create? Okay, then you should read about climate risk. So this is one of the suggestions. You should definitely do that. Okay. Then the last thing is long-term value of credit risk expertise. Okay. So credit risk will never be going to disappear. Okay. It involves deep domain expertise, as you know. But if you think it from AI perspective. AI cannot get you a critical decision, or I would say AI cannot directly come up with a decision. Okay, that which bank you will usually take directly by asking the AI. I'll tell you why. Because there is always money involved. So without a critical thinker who is a person, there is always a person touch. When you talk about any dashboards, any money related things, when you are disbursing the amount for any so and so reason, okay? So your deep domain expertise is always remaining constant with the AI, okay? But I would say that try to combine this with the modern tool that will actually help you, like this Gen AI thing I told you, then Python, then how to move SAS code into Python, make a similar code in Python, all that. Okay. So you should work around all these aspects to stay relevant in the credit risk domain. That's what I personally think. And I hope I have covered all these 4 points. These are the 4 things I decoded from your question. Okay, so I think that was my perspective around it. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and please make sure if you're very first time on this channel, so you do subscribe. Hit the like button if you like my content, and please do suggestions if you do not like something. So thank you so much. All the best.